Obviously, this is going to get sent to all together. That's a joke. Bitch, get a life.
Get a life.
The podcast is really, we'll see. At least we can laugh at ourselves.
Live from Cold Snack.
It's Saturday night. I bagged midway because I hated it.
I don't hate it. So, first of all, do you want to go by Kat or Catherine on this episode?
I don't care. And people
Okay.
make me choose, and then I'm like, do I respond to one and not the other? Like then I'm like, which one?
I normally call you Kat, so let's just go with that.
Just go with I'm chill, bro. Like, what do you want to do?
Okay, perfect. Okay, Kat.
Oh.
Okay, but what I wanted to do was have you introduce yourself a little bit because some of my home friends are listening. They don't know you.
Oh, you don't know me? You don't talk about me? Okay. That's how it is. All right. I guess the first thing you should know about me is I'm dairy free, not by choice. That was traumatizing. It happened last summer. I realized I was lactose intolerant. Yeah, so I've been dealing with that recently. No, I'm 19. I don't know, I'm trying to make this as like reality TV, like in Love Island.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't have the accent, so this is already bad.
Are you joking? Me and my dad sit in the kitchen and do them back and forth.
You are proper British.
Oh, gotta go graft with her.
I love that phrase, graft.
And I love, you're gonna mug me off.
Or they also say pie. Did he just pie you? Did you just get pied off? I got the fittest bird in here.
See, I could do this for hours.
Yeah, that show is actually so good.
Last night, my dad fell asleep on the couch and I wanted to go up to bed. So I turned off what I was watching and I put Love Island on for him so he could watch that because he loves that show.
Have you listened to any of them?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
I'm literally your biggest fan. I literally said this last night when I was listening to it. It felt like we were all just having a conversation. It was like, you guys, like I was putting in some input.
I also recorded it with AirPods, so it sounded like somebody was like shoving a sock down my throat as I was talking.
You wish. I could low-key be your little secretary. I got some ideas here. I love podcasts.
Okay, yeah, I want your ideas.
Well, hire me and you'll find out the rest.
Oh, dang, this is fully a no money operation at the moment.
I'll take things besides money.
Oh, so I texted you about this, how my mom was doing the wine tasting.
Yes. Oh my God, how did it go? I want to hear everything.
It was good. I'm actually drinking one of the wines.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is a muddy Chardonnay. So if you want to add that to your vocabulary.
I have done a few wine tastings, and I love like the little words they'll pick out. Like webbed.
I'm here for it. I'm going to start using it.
We've had multiple conversations about wine tours.
We have actually, because thing with a wine tour, I think it's so funny to go with people you don't know, like, and you go to a bunch of different wineries, and then by the end, it's like you're inviting these people to your wedding.
No, literally, we went on one, shout out, got into Georgetown when I was on the trip. It was
so sick.
We're on this trip with this couple. They just honestly, I hope they're not listening. They didn't seem like they were gonna make it much longer. Like the guy was talking about his ex-girlfriends and like so we're all just sitting there like, oh.
Wait, that's so uncomfortable.
It was awkward, but honestly, by the end, we like left the wine tour and met them at a bar later. Spent the whole night, got super drunk, blah blah blah. Met up with them later on our trip. We were going to a different city and like they were coming a few days later, so like
oh my God,
crossover, met up with them again, went to a bar. It was crazy. And then my mom invites them to my graduation party in May. They didn't show up.
Rude.
But like she reminded them to come.
Oh my gosh.
You just become best friends with people. Like
exactly. So the one spin off that's really sticking out to me was in South Africa.
You were the one girl by herself.
Okay, so I met this other girl in the hostel and we went on it together. So she was from Norway and we actually, this is
so, you're like my grandpa and I can just sit back and be like, there's a great story coming at me. Like you're just filled with them.
Thank you so much. Okay, so basically we had just met each other and I was trying to like have a friend because I didn't want to be alone for
You're
I
like,
was
"Fuck."
living. Yeah, I was trying to fuck.
It's not in Jersey. That's how we do it.
So what we decided to do was go shopping. Naturally, we got two long. They were essentially gowns, but we just called them maxi dresses because we couldn't handle the attention. Mine was like the color of a nice Merlot, and
Uh-huh.
hers was the color of rosé. And we had this joke that we were gonna match the wine when we went on this wine tasting tour.
Wait, that is adorable.
And so we went on this tour, and you're so right. You talked about everything.
It's crazy.
Because there were these two girlfriends from Mozambique,
Oh.
and they were in South Africa for one of their like 40th birthdays or something. This woman started talking about how she like had her child out of wedlock, and then she was shunned by her entire village, and how close she was with this friend that she was with because she was the only person that stood by her side. And I was like
God.
in tears listening to this.
Good.
It was just like a wild ride.
You know what it might be? I think like they starve you to like the last stop, and you're just drinking wine and bread, and everyone just gets a little delirious. You go into like all your bad memories, and then they feed you, and you're like, I guess these people are my best friends.
No, that's precisely it. Because when you don't eat and you're just having so much like heavy wine, and it's probably hot out, like you're a little bit uncomfortable. They purposely try to make you irritable. So all of a sudden you're telling them about your like breakup, and when I don't even know. So then you have to be best friends with them like by default afterwards.
I mean, but then you're like, damn, that was a great wine tour.
Right.
You do it all over again.
You do.
Such a good
Stop us.
TV show, just like
Yeah.
different wine tours, like people who will come back again and again, and it's just so awkward.
And if you did like each episode was a new group of people and you just saw their progression. This is a fantastic idea,
There
Kat.
can be like the tour guides can all like meet up maybe and talk.
It can be like below deck where like the tour guides, they have their own
show.
romances and stuff.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I think we need to contact someone.
We need to write many letters after this.
Are you a big reality TV girl?
No, not at all. I like a few shows, but
Do you watch any of the Real Housewives?
no, but that's because I think my mom was obsessed with them and literally forced us to watch them at dinner time like a lot.
So did she watch Real Housewives of New Jersey?
Yeah. Some of them went to our church.
Oh, dang.
Down here in Jersey.
I feel like my friends that don't know you are going to watch this and think you actually have an accent. Okay, I feel like this is a fantastic segue into our selected topic for this episode. Kat, would you like to reveal it?
New Jersey alert.
Precisely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Essentially, what we're here to discuss is what it's like to be a Jersey girl, what it's like to just sort of tear through life being an absolute badass, steeped in the sixth sensory overload that is our childhood home.
We get the brutalest winters, and then we're slapped with the hottest summers. You're like, what's going on in this bitch?
You're using a lot of superlatives right now, and I feel like that's super interesting because we're in an extremely temperate climate. But I really support this rant.
Okay, well, I'm sorry I didn't go on a gap year and experience all
Okay.
and
Shots fired, but I totally accept them. Their shots are my normal state. Okay, so did you tan today?
I did. It
How was it?
was hot. I was sweating.
Okay, I have to be honest. I went a little bit ham with this topic.
Thank God. It deserves it.
Let me just open up my pages of notes that I wrote about this topic. What's the first thing that came to your mind with this?
Bruce Springsteen's song, Jersey Girl.
Yes,
That's enough. Like, that could be our whole Jersey Girl definition right
I
there.
completely agree with it. So my sister just got married.
What was his name? Ray?
Bryce.
Wait, no, not Bryce. The guy that, oh, you got his number.
Oh, his name was also Allie. That's when I
Allie.
posted that heinous Snapchat story that said, his name is my name too. And I was blacked out. And he grabbed my leg at the after party of the rehearsal dinner.
Ooh.
My dad was walking up. And my dad kept going up to him for the rest of the night and
Oh,
kept yelling at him. My dad was lecturing Bryce about this guy.
your dad sounds like a cockblock.
My dad was such a cockblock. And yeah, I can't even get into it. I got really annoyed.
Yeah, what does he expect? Like, you're a woman.
Okay, so that is what my sister and my dad danced to at the wedding.
Oh, wait, what?
I actually wrote out some of my favorite lyrics from this song that I think really speak to the meaning of it. Because nothing matters in this whole wide world when you're in love with the Jersey girl.
At least somebody's looking out for us.
Exactly. Okay, another great line from that song is, "'Cause down the shore, everything's all right." Really, like, fits the Jersey girl ideology.
I know, because when people think of the Jersey Shore, they, like, that's another thing, growing up in the shadow of the Jersey Shore, so bad.
Precisely.
But, like, when we think of the Jersey Shore, like, lighthouses, calming, like, seashell blue.
I completely agree. So listen to this. This lady was talking about how there's a difference between a Jersey girl and a shore whore. So she says a shore whore is like the people that you would see on the TV show Jersey Shore. They got the fake tans, the like jet black sort of bump it hair,
Yeah.
chewing gum with their mouths open, as my
Yeah.
mom has like ingrained in me as illegal or something. This person is saying that a Jersey girl is kind of like the vibe that Bruce Springsteen gives off. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're sort of honest and tough, but they can hang.
Yes.
And they'll fight a bitch if they need to, but they don't want to.
Yep.
And I see that in you, Kat Garrity. I do.
Well, I am a Jersey girl.
So have you lived in Colts Neck your whole life?
Well, fun fact, I was born in Tokyo.
Oh.
Lived there for a year. I don't know, I was one. Wasn't really around. Yes, so then we moved back to Colts Neck when I was 3, and then we just moved across town once.
Okay.
So yeah, basically Jersey girl, not born but raised, as I like to say.
Yeah. Do you feel any part of your identity is tied to Japan?
A little, even though, get this, we haven't even been back. I haven't been back to my quote-unquote homeland, the motherland. So I was mothered there.
Okay. So why did your family move to New Jersey?
Very good question. I feel like I have asked this before, like, multiple times. I kind of forgot. But I think all my mom's siblings, like, scattered up the East Coast. So, like, we have one in Massachusetts, one in Connecticut, we're in New Jersey, and then, like, a few in New York as well. Maybe she was just connecting the dots. I don't know. I think they like New Jersey. Oh, maybe. I honestly, don't ask me.
Super glad I asked that question.
Well, I don't want to, like, put any other Jersey girls down. I feel like we're all, Jersey strong. There's definitely there's a difference. But the thing is, the people on Jersey Shore aren't even from New Jersey.
Exactly. And I looked this up. So Snooki was adopted from Chile as an infant.
What?
Yes. So she's Chilean, and her parents are Italian American New Yorkers, and she grew up in Marlboro, New York.
Where even is that?
I don't know, but it's not New Jersey. Listen, the term shore whore, I think, is great because it rhymes.
Yes, it's got that going for it, for sure.
I don't necessarily, whore sounds a little bit like there could be some shame involved, and I'm not shaming that. There's nothing wrong with, using fake tanner and having jet black hair and using a bump it. However, I am not that.
I definitely agree that it's going on in some places. They're doing that, but it's not everyone.
Right. And I think you can still be that sort of quintessential Jersey girl. A couple things I thought of, like a typical Jersey girl childhood. Okay, so playing travel soccer.
Yes.
And I also have strong memories of totally having a crush on my UK elite coaches.
Oh my god. They were British sometimes, and they
were
like in their 20s, so freaking, like, amazing at soccer, so good. And you're like, how do they not expect these girls to not? I always got along so well with them but it was like a older brother, little sister dynamic kind of situation. But
I mean, talk about Love Island. I respect how you went for the brother-sister approach because
yeah,
I had the, I don't know, largest ego, I think, as a young elementary schooler. And I thought that these guys, like, probably had a crush on me. I totally read mine as sexual undertones. He would be like, get on the line. And I'd be like, don't tell me what to do.
No, I actually agree. Like, there were multiple times when, like, he'd be in the scrimmage and I would feel like he was especially hard on me or something. And I was, like, especially, like, aggressive. And I was like, all right, like, keep it in your pants, John.
Did you feel like he always made himself guard you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he did.
Because he did. Because he was in love with me.
Oh, yeah.
Did you go to a lot of bar and bat mitzvahs?
That was a very formative time of my childhood.
I agree.
Very intricate invitations as well.
Oh, completely. It's basically like a wedding.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like, looking back on, like, the venues and the events and the favors.
I got an iPod once.
You serious?
I got a fucking iPod. It was a Nano, but, like, it was crazy. Bar mitzvah was like a Cirque du Soleil. He was doing flips.
That was, like, when I learned how to go clubbing, I would say.
Yeah. Like, you have to, like, you know, take a break, get some refreshments, but, like, then you can go back, get to go to the bathroom, freshen up.
Exactly. You learn how to go to bathroom with like a squad of girls.
Yeah. A lot of them were in, like, New York City, so we'd have these long bus rides.
Oh my gosh, yes.
There should be all these kids, like, around.
We would always meet up at some, like, random elementary school
Yes.
on, like, Saturday afternoon. All of a sudden, these, like, party bus limos would show up. All of these children trying their absolute personal best are being, like, kidnapped. Willingly? What is happening?
They're dressed up?
Yeah, seriously. You see some girl who's, like, probably weighs 95 pounds wearing, like, 4-inch heel, and you're like, what is happening?
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, those were wild. Every single bar or bat mitzvah, it was like my outfit had a theme, and no, I could not be stopped. In middle school, I broke my arm during a basketball game. The fanciest bat mitzvah of them all, like, it was a joint bat mitzvah, and I knew both the girls. So I was, like, basically a celebrity there.
That's big time.
And I had the cast on, and it was, like, the worst possible timing. I was so stressed about it. She bought me black evening gloves, and so I wore over my calf.
Like, you just had one way bigger arm.
It was so bad, and I thought I was like, I'm the fanciest one here. So bagels are the best in either New Jersey or New York.
There's just nothing like a good bagel, good toasted bagel.
I agree. To be like New York City, you can't go up to, like, upstate New York. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
I probably averaged 1.5 bagels a day in high school.
You want to know one of my favorite high school memories? Freshman year, I was in this study hall with the chillest little math teacher, probably 4 foot, but he was just the best. Every Friday, he would bring bagels in for whoever who wanted.
A good bagel is, I think, honestly, one of the simple pleasures in life.
So true.
And everybody in my school said that the bagel was never going to taste the same. Even if you, like, took the recipe and moved somewhere else, people always said that it was the
water.
New Jersey water. Yes.
Water.
The New Jersey water makes it just right. Yeah. So you can't recreate it anywhere else.
You know what? I haven't even eaten a bagel outside of New Jersey. That's how much I don't care to have one if it's not here.
But I still crave them. I eat a bagel, like, when we're at school. I know it's not going to be as good, but I still need it in my life. I also think, seems like with Call Your Mother, is that it's a lot about the toppings. This is what I've noticed about bagels outside of the New Jersey area. People do special toppings on them.
Just like when places, like, with food, they're, like, just totally glorify it a bit.
Yeah.
Like, as you said, the simple pleasure of just a bagel with cream cheese.
Exactly. I think that's not replicated elsewhere. I bet Call Your Mother's great, and I've heard that they have a lot of, like, really special spreads. And
yes.
They're working because they're doing something different.
Exactly.
It's a different niche.
Exactly.
So there's so much Revolutionary War era history here.
That's, like, one of the things like I want to live somewhere with some history. Like that's why I kind of love the New England area.
I didn't really realize how cool it was because I was just sort of surrounded by it in my day-to-day
Exactly.
life.
Those were all over field trips as a kid.
Right. My elementary school, I went to the public elementary school in my town called Saltbrook School. It's called Saltbrook because there's a little brook that runs behind along the back part of the property.
Oh.
And during the Revolutionary War, the villagers that lived in my town dumped salt in the brook to confuse the British soldiers about the directionality of where they were headed. So they would think that the water was flowing from the ocean instead of towards the ocean. And they diverted this major battle and helped like Washington remain in Morristown, keep that as his headquarters for a while.
I'm literally gonna tell people that story. So cool.
I thought it was cool too. And I didn't really when I was a kid. I just thought that brook out back was like where all the like 5th grade boys would like measure who had the bigger dick.
Little did you know.
This is what's really going on back there. New Jersey has a lot of that. Granted, it's got a lot of other stuff too. It's not a perfect place, but she's got character.
Yeah, like we have depth.
Depth. I agree with that.
Say like I've had a great childhood here. Would love. Again, coming back to it, I like how we have all those seasons.
Okay.
It's a big thing for me, but also
I'm open-minded to the fact that anything is possible. So I'm not going to sit here and write off the fact that I could live here.
I don't want my life to be like I graduate, I live in a city, then I immediately come back and settle down in New Jersey. Like I want there to be a little bit more like adventure. Like
I would say I love New Jersey for like what it's given me. I think it's given me parts of myself and an identity.
yes.
And I would say that was like a jumping off point for me. And I'm excited to go elsewhere and probably
Exactly.
settle down in a different place.
Cannot, knock on wood, hopefully wait to be old. No, I'm like really excited for my life and have this whole journey, but I'm just like so looking forward to when I'm old and I could just like sit and relax kind of and like my life will like I'll have done everything, like change the world, of course, like and I can just sit back on like my creations and whatnot.
Wow. So where are you sitting in this vision? Are you on like
in a rocking chair?
Is it like in prison? Are you in a rocking chair in prison? Are you on a porch in Maine? Like what are we talking?
Well, I don't really like to look so far ahead.
So everything's on the table basically besides the rocking chair is an absolute necessity.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm old, but I still look good.
Okay. Is there anybody with you?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Oh, sorry, I asked.
I'm gonna interview you now.
Oh, please.
I prepared a few questions. If you were an anchorman on like a news show, what would your signing off line be?
That's like, a really tough question you've asked.
Exactly.
I guess I would say, let's grow from this. It could be like a really sad situation, or it could be something really happy and we want to keep building on it and keep learning.
I love that.
Okay, there we go. That's my slogan. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on, Kat. This is amazing.
And I hope we grow from this.